those of you that wanna know what we're all about, it's like this, yo. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Alright people, I got a bout here against some dude who's actually in a clan, which is pretty unbelievable. And I start with the Swampert. He goes for a Ninjask. And I'm just going to set up some Stealth Rocks, expecting him to go for like a Sub or a Protect. And he goes for a Sword Stance. I can't believe he would try to set up on me when I pack Roar. So that is just a stupid move. I just call it like I see it. And I expect him to go for the Spore. And I had a gut feeling that he would go for the Focus Punch if I switched out. And he does, and I go into my Metacham because I know I resist it, and I live it, which is just awesome. And I go for the Psycho Cut, not over predicting or anything, because it's too early in the game, and I do horrible damage, and he knows I'm Scarfed, so I'm going to have to switch out, and I go into my Jirachi. He sets up a light screen, which I was kind of surprised, because usually the Slowbros that I see have Calm Mind. And I just go for a Body Slam just to get some hacks on him. And he switches out into his Jirachi. And by the looks of it, I'm guessing that he's Scarfed. And I flinch him, so the dude's freaking out. Goes back into a Slowbro. And I just go for another Iron Head. And it doesn't do anything to him. And I just go for another Body Slam just so I can get some more pair of hacks. And the dude tries to go for another light screen. I'm like, what are you thinking? And now he switches into his Tyranitar. And of course I'm going for another Iron Head. So the dude takes it horribly. Like he's almost dead. And then he switches out again. It goes into his Typhlosion. And I'm just going to go for another Iron Head, and it does another amount of damage that's decent. So I switch out, and I go into my Milotic expecting the Flamethrower. And, of course, I take it nicely. So I brought out my Milotic so I can lure out the Breloom. And then, let me see. Yeah, I wanted to lure out his Breloom, which I did. And now I switch into my Zapdos, making him think that I pack Heat Wave, which I don't, because this dude's like a stally Zapdos bulky set. And I have to go for a Discharge, because that's my only offensive move. And Toxic won't do squat. And then I see he has Facade, so I'm like, okay. I take it pretty well. And the Zapdos is going to have to be sacrificed so I can bring out my next Pokemon just to take out the Breloom. So I keep spamming the Discharge. And he keeps going for a Facade. Now right here, I was thinking maybe he's expecting me to Roost. And he might go for a Focus Punch. So let me just go for another Discharge and see what happens. And you never know. He might have packed Mach Punch. So that's why I felt safe going for a Discharge. But he just goes for another Facade. So I'm like, okay. That's pretty weird. So I bring back my Metacham. And I predicted this time. I expected him to go into his Tyranitar, since it's immune to Psychic moves. So I go for the high jump kick. And yeah, I'm looking awesome. So I know I'm not going to do any damage to this guy for sure. So I got to go right back into my Jirachi. And he starts to go for a Slack Off. So I'm like, I know he's not going to try to stall me. Bad idea. Very bad. And I go for another Iron Head. And he just flinches so many times. Like, if I went against this Jirachi, I would have ran. So I bring back my Swampert, and this is what I do right here. I'm thinking, alright, this Breloom is getting pretty fearless. So, let me lure out the Breloom, and I can bring something in perfectly. And I choose my Porygon 2, and he brings his Breloom right back out, which is perfect. That's what I planned. And I'm making him think that he can one-hit KO me or something like that. But this dude is defensive bulky, and I know I can take a hit for sure. And I take it extremely well, and I KO him with an Ice Beam. So Breloom's down, and I have nothing to fear now. And that Sandstorm is getting pretty annoying, basically canceling my leftovers. And then he brings out his Ninjask again. So I'm like, okay, I'll just bring out my Swampert. If he wants to sub and go for a Swords Dance and all that junk, wouldn't make a difference. So right here, I was hoping he would die from the Sandstorm so I can laugh. But he lives. And I go for a Roar right here. And he goes into his Tyranitar. And I wake up really early and I go for the Roar. Like, the dude just got screwed over so much. And can you believe this guy's in a clan? That's why I dislike joining clans. Like, people like who play like this is just awkward. And the reason I roared right there is because I forgot that he had Typhlosion. And I just wanted to scout out. But I was being careless, I guess. I don't know what I was doing while playing him. And he goes for a Flamethrower. I'm thinking, alright, I can take this hit. So let me just go for a Surf. No, he gets a crit. A Flamethrowered crit with a Pataya Berry and Stab. Is that lame or what? So I bring back my Medicham. And he brings out his Slowbro. And I pack Thunder Punch, so I spam my Thunder Punch. And I'm like, I hope he's not trying to go for the slack off, trying to stall me. But he does it anyways. So I message him on Cerebi saying, dude, are you seriously going to stall me with slack off with a Slowbro? And he basically tries to. And I tell him it's game for sure because I have 4 more Pokemon left. And there's nothing he can do to him. My Milotic, I can just keep sleeping. And my Porygon 2 packs Recover. And my Medicham's just there just to take some damage before he dies. And I just keep spamming the Iron Head. I really feel like a douchebag using one. A Flinch Rachi. But this guy's just, like, I don't know. I made a Novelty Jirachi, but I haven't really transferred it onto my Platinum yet. It's still on my Pearl. So maybe I'll just showcase that one in a battle. It swept about, I would say, about 7 people. Like, if you let him set up, you're screwed, basically. And the only way you can actually beat him is if you have Leech Seed. Burning me wouldn't do anything anyways, too, with my Novelty. But, he knows it's game over, so he just keeps going for the Surf. I guess trying to hope for a crit. And he doesn't get it. And Iron Head one more time, and he's down. Tyranitar doesn't have enough HP to live to Stealth Rock damage, so he's down. And, yeah, guys, thanks for watching my vid. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I will definitely catch you guys later. Peace out. Have a nice day.